Hi, I'm Blake Gray, and I am here with Frank Pagliaro, and he is the owner of Frank's Wine in Wilmington, Delaware. Frank's Wine is a terrific shop that has the great location not only of being in Delaware, but being right across the state line from Pennsylvania, which is a much harder place to buy wine. And Frank's is a tremendously easy place to buy wine because not only do they have a great selection, but one of the reasons I wanted to talk to Frank for this video series is Frank is doing a ton of things that are pretty interesting in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So Frank, thanks for joining me. And why don't you tell people some of the things that your store is doing in response to the COVID-19 pandemic?
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, Blake. So yeah, we're doing a bunch of things here. It just my days went from, we do a lot of like wedding and corporate events generally. So my days went from like being in my office all day on my laptop, from the time I got here to the time I left, just kind of coordinating all of that. Then obviously all that just stopped with the cancellation of every wedding and every single corporate event. And then all of a sudden, all the bars and restaurants closed on March 16th rather, right before Thanksgiving or St. Patrick's Day. And all of a sudden, like, things blew up with our walk-in traffic. So it was, we started out doing, one of the things we started out doing was like when you first walk in the door, we had like a hand sanitizer station. So, people kind of walk in and there's hand sanitizer right there. They spray it on and whatnot, just kind of make them feel safe. So my wife was here and she's started being like the hand sanitizer girl. Like, hey, would you like some hand sanitizer? And everybody's just like, walking in and loving it. So she's like, you ought to like run on this. You ought to get like some people in to do this for you. It's like a greeter, it's good. Like, it shows people that we're taking a good step towards cleanliness and whatnot. So so I reached out to, her idea was, all these bartenders that are out of work, they could probably do it for tips. So it just snowballed into this craziness of like every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday now we have out of work restaurant friends, bartenders, hostesses, dishwashers, chefs, servers come in for a 6 or an 8 hour shift and work for tips. And at our curbside concierge, because our phone is just blowing up constantly. That whole retail, it's crazy how like the whole retail scene has just changed from, people walking into the store to now phone ringing off the hook and piecing orders together for people and taking them out to people's cars. So we've done that. So that's one thing. It's been great. And to date, we just had on Sunday, we had our 20th bartender in since this whole thing started. And she topped over, took it over the top to $15,000, which is what all these bartenders collectively have been tipped. And it's all just cash in their pocket, individual. So $15,000. It's been awesome. It's been great.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's been really good, great for the community, for the restaurant industry.
You're also awesome. Giving people in the restaurant industry a big discount if they buy wine and spirits from you, right?
We do. So we're doing anyone that comes in, customers that come in with a receipt for either a takeout receipt from a restaurant or a gift card receipt from a restaurant. They'll get 19% off COVID-19, 19% off of wine, bubbly, and sake. Sake, I know you're a big sake guy.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, right? And 9% off of beer and spirits. So that's been great. It's, again, just to kind of push people to support the restaurants and order takeout. And which is cool now. I'm not sure what they're doing in California, but in Delaware, they're allowing restaurants to mix cocktails to go as well, which is pretty cool. So you can, like, today, Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday, you can go to your favorite Mexican restaurant here in Delaware and get a half dozen tacos and a margarita to go delivered curbside.
Wow.
It's kind
You
of
know,
cool. Yeah.
I just saw something this morning. So they are allowing that in California, but the ABC just put out something where they warn people that you have to keep this cocktail to go in your trunk while you're driving. I don't
Oh,
know about
in
you,
your
but I don't
trunk.
find myself putting a cup of margarita in my trunk.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so strange the way the landscape is everywhere, right? I mean,
Right.
it's unbelievable. It's
Now,
unreal.
I also saw on your website that if people don't, for the curbside pickup, so a lot of times consumers don't know what they want, but you have somebody, one of your employees will be on the phone with them or on FaceTime, and they'll take them to, you know, the Argentina section or the Italy section or whatever, and help them shop by phone, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're doing that. We started out just like, texting pictures of the sections and like, this is just, I would just say to the customer, how about if I just FaceTime you and I'll just show you like our entire selection, which has worked out great, especially for like a sake section, which, trying to pronounce sake, some of the names. But yeah, that's worked out great. People really like that interaction.
Great idea. I really like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And
Um,
so let's go X-rated and show people your T-shirt.
yeah.
Children, go
So,
away now.
all right, here we go. So another thing we're doing is we have these T-shirts made up. Here we go. It's our logo with Jeremiah as our logo, and he's got his face mask on, and he's giving the middle finger there to COVID-19. Hashtag fuck you COVID-19. So yeah, people are loving the shirts, and we give $5 to the employee of the day, bartender, server, for every T-shirt that they sell, and they have a lot of incentives to make not just tips, um, but like, yeah, for every T-shirt we sell, we give them $5. For every DIY hand sanitizer kit that we sell, they get $5. And then we actually even got in these. Be right back.
And this is, you're talking about
Yeah, here
live,
we go.
Frank in his shop. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, right. A local, just a customer, a local customer, Facebook friend. She made these little glasses, which is great. And so they get $5 for every. They come in like wine glasses, pint glasses, and rocks glasses. So yeah, I mean, somebody here on Saturday sold 22 of these, which is awesome. So that was $110 right off the bat.
Nice.
The other day, somebody sold 51 T-shirts. Like all their people came in and everybody was buying a T-shirt. So that's like 5 times, $250 that they got just on T-shirt alone. So the record is our boy Marco from Kid Shalene's, which is right around the corner from us. He came in on a Sunday, a 6-hour shift on a Sunday, and he'd been a bartender there for 15 years, so he knows everybody in town. People were coming in just dropping like $100 bills in his tip jar. And he made $1,817 in a 6-hour shift at the shop on
Nice.
tips. And he walked over, left here at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, walked right over to the restaurant that's doing takeout and dropped every penny of it into their takeout tip jar for it to be spread to everybody that works at the restaurant.
That is so nice.
Awesome
I
guy.
got to take out food
Yeah.
too, with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is so nice. Now, I'm curious about what changes you've seen and what people are buying and what they're not buying.
So what they're buying, you know what, it's crazy. We've always sold box wines. We sell everything. We, fine wines, crazy, first growth Bordeaux's at crazy prices, and all the way down to box wines, Boda box and black box. Well, we would normally sell anywhere, between 5 and 10 cases of box wine a week. Well, now we're ordering like 30 to 40 cases of box wine a week, which is insane. So I think that may be like maybe all the stay-at-home moms, or I think too, like a lot of the college kids that are not on spring break, that are stuck at home, not in college. Drinking box wine and White Claw, lots of White Claw for sure.
White Claw.
Oh my God, unbelievable. And a ton of like tequila. and mezcal. Not even because it's Cinco de Mayo. Like this is just like, weeks and weeks ago. Just seeing like, and everything that goes along with it, the Cointreau and Grand Marnier. Yeah, it's insane how much tequila has really increased. And then there's wine in general, rosés, bubbly, beer, everything really. It's anything to keep people sane, I think. And sake as well, which is pretty insane. We've seen a huge increase in sake. I think people may be doing like takeout more. And I think a lot of people seem to be like trading up and buying like nicer wines, a lot of nicer wines.
And that's not slowing down. People are still doing that.
They really are. And I think a lot of it is like just people realizing they're saving a lot of money in restaurants, where normally they would go out and spend, 50, 60, $100 on a bottle of wine at a restaurant to get like, a mediocre wine that would be, maybe half to even less than half that price point here in the shop, where they're still spending now. Like, I usually go to a restaurant and spend $100 on a bottle of Cabernet. So now it's like they're trading up to like, just a Ravana or a Camus. It's like a lot of our higher end wines we seem to be going through a lot more, especially for April and May. That's usually like, October, November, December items that are flying out.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Are there anything that's not selling as well as it used to?
Let's see. A little better there. I think I got you now.
Yeah, it's better. Now you froze a bit. Is there anything that's not selling as well as it used to?
Anything it's not selling. Things like growlers, just because we're not supposed to be, we don't do in-store tastings. So we have a growler bar and for beer, to refill beer with with growlers. And but yeah, a lot of time people want to sample stuff before they commit to buying a growler full. So that's really slowed down a bit. Another thing that's really picked up a lot are all the ingredients for like mixed cocktails. I think everybody wants to become a mixologist at home now, since their favorite bartender can't make them their Negroni or, their favorite drink. We see a lot of like bitters and like Amaros, and we even like pre-mixed cocktails. We like literally tripled our section of our like, mixers, bitters, Amaros, all those things that go into cocktails.
That's interesting.
So, yeah.
Now I saw something on your site that what a lot of people who probably don't work in the retail industry don't realize is that normally wine sales reps are going to come to your store all the time with a bag of samples and have you taste the wines, and you're not doing that now, right?
No, we're not. I mean, we started off like letting our reps know this was a month ago or more, where, again, just for the safety of my staff and customers and for their own safety, not to allow sales reps in the store, just because they're like out and about constantly, and just want to kind of be more of a closed unit, I guess. So, and they totally understood. So now they just kind of pop in and they'll just drop off sample bottles to us for us to taste leisurely, which is great. Just kind of do it at our own pace. And it's amazing how much time we all save and how much more efficient we are around the shop without, we love our sales reps. And they're a huge part of our business, of having us sample new products and especially when they come in with reps and winemakers, it's awesome. But with that not here anymore, we're just getting our stuff done a lot quicker and getting a lot more attention to customers and whatnot. So.
And so, but they're dropping off samples. So you're not finding any difficulty getting new, because wines, there's just so many wines to choose from. You're still being able to find new and interesting wines this way.
Yeah, definitely. There's some distributors that are not doing any, they've kind of like, their managers have cut off their sample allowance entirely. But then there's others that are like, hey, if there's anything in our portfolio that you want to try, just let us know, and we'll drop you off a bottle, which is great. That's another thing too, is what we're seeing a lot of is a lot of like restaurant allocated wines that we normally, it would be tough for us to get, things like Cake Bread or Opus One. A lot of these wines now are opening up to us, where for the first time in years, I have a Cake Bread display on my floor. And just got 4 cases of Opus One delivered last week, which normally I would never get that in April. It's all earmarked for, you know, the steakhouses and whatnot.
You're not going to have any trouble selling that? It's not cheap.
No, I mean, we never, you know, I figure whatever, we don't sell it now, we'll sell it in fourth quarter when everybody's buying it. But no, again, like I said, we're higher end wines. People are, I don't know what it is. People are just, I think they want to treat themselves. They're like, man, we're stuck at home all day on Zoom meetings all day. Most people are like, they seem to be working more at home because everything takes longer with, like, you know, with a Zoom meeting than you get done like in your own office. And people just aren't going out. You know, they're not going out. Obviously, you can't go out to restaurants. I think people are just treating themselves a little more. So,
is there anything that you are having difficulty getting a hold of? You know, cocktail cherries or you know, any kind of supplies like that?
Yeah, weird. Again, silver tequila. Things like Salsa Silver is totally gone. Can't get it. Espolon Silver is gone. Jose Cuervo Silver, gone. But one thing we are getting are liters, because you know, the liter category of that size bottle is predominantly used by bars and restaurants. So a lot of the 750s are sold out, but they have liters available.
That's interesting.
Yeah, really, really is. And we're seeing a lot of like wholesalers that are giving us specials on liters because they have all these liters, you know? Sometimes it's like, it could be like a buck more than what a 750 would be. We can now get a great deal on liter bottles.
You know, I noticed that online that a lot of, I was looking for some rum online, and I saw there were a lot of liters, and now it makes sense.
Yeah. No, another thing too that's strange is like a lot of these breweries that, and not even the breweries, but just even our local distributors, like, you know, our Budweiser house and our Coors and Miller house, that have tons and tons of kegs in stock that are just literally going to go bad because the bars and restaurants, especially like in Newark, College Town, where they're selling tons of kegs to all these, you know, bars that have like pitcher nights and mug nights and whatnot. You know, what consumers aren't coming in buying half kegs of Budweiser or Natty Ice, you know? And I saw an article in the it's either New York Times or Washington Post about like all these distilleries or just breweries now are just like literally like millions and millions of dollars of beer is going to be wasted. And one guy actually said to me, he's like, why don't these breweries distill all this beer they have and make hand sanitizer? You know? Maybe somebody should do that.
You said you have your own hand sanitizer kits. What are those? Are you making
What are they? So I'll walk you around here. Let's see. We have our, here we go, Bocador rum, which is 151 proof rum, which that's all it is, basically, in this squirt bottle. It's 151 proof rum, and you know, you don't have to mix it with anything because it's 75.5% alcohol. You'd think it'd be sticky and sweet because it's rum, but it's not. It just like dissipates nicely. It's soft on your skin, and you could spray it on your hands, or you can swallow it. Great. So that's what we ask people: do you spray or swallow? That's bad. And then we also have Everclear, which is hysterical because we haven't sold Everclear. Like, you know, we get like the random people that want to make limoncello or some local wineries that use it to like clean their equipment. But we sold literally like 45, 50 cases of Everclear for people to make hand sanitizer. So we were doing these little bottles of, little half pints. And with that, you get a spray bottle, which I go to the dollar store to get. Wipe out every dollar store, their spray bottles. And aloe. And you basically just like dump the whole contents in the spray bottle, top it off with aloe, shake it, and there's your hand sanitizer. But then you have like Dogfish Head making their own hand sanitizer. And a ton of distilleries are doing that as well, making hand sanitizer. Here's another cool thing we're doing too. Our Crown Royal, we've actually sold more Crown Royal in the past month than we have like literally all of last year, because we all walk around
Nice.
with our Crown Royal masks. There you go. So what we do is when you buy a bottle of Crown Royal, how you doing? No, it's good. When you buy a bottle of Crown Royal, we take the bag from you out of the box, and we give you your own mask to go. So one of the women here that works here, Kathleen, she sews the masks, which is awesome. So she's actually home right now. She has like 20 Crown Royal bags that she's making into these masks. It's great.
Oh, that's terrific. Oh my God. I spent like $45 on Amazon for some really sketchy, like Chinese made masks. I would much rather have a Crown Royal.
Yeah, totally. And then you walk around with these things and people are like, oh my God. I mean, anywhere you go with one of these, it's like such an attention getter. It's hysterical. I'm like, yeah, we whiskey soak our masks. It's hysterical.
You could keep a little Crown Royal in it so you're both safer and happier at the same time.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow, this is terrific. So I'm curious about what your schedule is like now. Like, do you have more time? Because you said before you were always stuck in the office doing these events. Do you have any more free time?
I tell you, free time. Ask my just got remarried in January. And
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. So ask my wife how much free time I have lately. Not good. Terrible. But yeah, definitely making a commitment to make some more time for sure. But no, the first like solid month here, I was here literally open to close, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. every single night. And mainly because, my staff is here, and I just wanted to show my staff that, hey, I don't expect you guys to be here during this whole craziness if I'm not going to be here. So yeah, I literally was here every single day. But yeah, now whatever. Now I just pick a day off or two a week, which is good. But yeah, during the day, no, it's crazy. I don't have more time to myself. It's more, it's actually, it's kind of weird because it's like it brought back like what I used to do. Like when I first got into the business, before I built up like this wedding and corporate business, I'd be on the floor building cool displays and doing marketing and interacting more with my staff and customers, which is what I love. So yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. It's just been kind of a nice like break, almost a throwback, like taking a break from like, being glued to my laptop just to interact more with people. Love it. It's great. So see a lot of that too, just like families coming in, families walking around everywhere, college age students yeah, it's cool. It's kind of weird how like something like this brings like people together a lot more.
Well, you cherish the relationships that you have because, you realize they're just so much more important now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No
Are
doubt.
you still running?
What's that?
Are you still running?
I'm running around the shop all day. That's about it. No, have not laced up in months, literally. When I leave here and I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I freaking ran a half marathon sometimes. So yeah, It's keeping in shape, just doing what I do around here for sure.
Well, Frank, I know you're super busy, so I appreciate the time you spent with me today. I think this is really interesting, and I think if other retailers around the country see this, they're gonna get a lot of great ideas because you're really doing some really interesting stuff. I mean, I'm happy to have seen it.
Yeah, you got it. It's been great to get the word out. I think most important is our unfortunate restaurant friends, and that's the thing. I feel so fortunate that we're deemed an essential business and we can be open. It's insane. Whereas like our counterparts, the restaurants and bars all around us, it's so depressing just driving by and seeing them closed, or they're doing their random takeouts here and there. They're not making money. It sucks. But we'll all be back there supporting these guys for sure once this craziness is over. So can't wait to get back out to San Francisco and enjoy the restaurant world.
And have a cocktail.
Have some sake.
Yeah, well, let's have some sake. It'll be great. It'll be great to see you in person.
All right. No doubt. Got to get out there.
Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it.
You got it. Cheers.